Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to brand new video. Now, we know Mikel Arteta loves to use one strong lineup for a dedicated period of time. So what we have seen in the recent games, especially between the 1st of January to where we are right now, is that he's played a consistent 11. He's changed a few times. When Gabriel Martinelli was injured, he introduced Leandro Trossard. He brought in Kai Havertz for an injured Gabriel Jesus and things like that. But apart from injuries and unforeseen circumstances, Mikel Arteta really prefers a consistent 11. In this video, we are going to put together an 11 that Mikel Arteta should put forward in each and every of the games that we are remaining with in the Premier League. That is 10 games, one team. And I think this team is capable and really strong enough to win Arsenal the Premier League. Let me know in the comment box below what you think about my starting 11, and obviously what is your starting 11, because we know the manager doesn't really love rotating. It's not like Mikel Arteta to rotate every time. That is not Mikel Arteta. Also, I want to address something. This is my personal channel now. There is someone I work with. His name is called Abu. But obviously, it shows that you guys are not really recipient of him. So we are going to deal with that outside. But do enjoy the content. It is still the same content as well. Same production from Cossy Arsenal. Now, let's get into it, right? I think David Raya is a no-brainer, right? David Raya is a no-brainer. He's been really, really good ever since he came into this Arsenal goal. He had his rough patches as well, and I don't think he's been a goalkeeper that has been really consistent or really, really divine. But I would say that Mikel Arteta has made a very correct decision here. He's a goalkeeper that really resonates with the way we want to play, and he's a goalkeeper that is like no other in this Premier League. Now, there was a time when Jurgen Klopp said that I think they had lost to Brentford, and he said that the goalkeeper should have put on the shirt number 10 jersey. And why was that? It's because Raya has got the ability to create chances, but then he's also got the ability to become the first line of attack of any team that he plays for. Now, he's created a couple of chances on the break for Arsenal, especially for the likes of Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli, that are always very, very open to running. And the other thing we have seen is whenever Arsenal in a position where we have to defend against wide crosses, many of our players, especially Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli and Leandro Trossard, will start running out wide. Why? Because they know he's got the ability to collect those crosses from wide areas, and he's got a very good eye and a very, very good passing technique to find them and start a very, very good counter. So David Raya in goal, I think for the rest of the campaign, he will actually be fantastic for us. I think Gabriel and Saliba are no-brainers at this point in time. They've actually done very, very well. Now, Gabriel did pick up an injury during his time with Brazil. Of course, he didn't play any games there, which actually means that Arsenal cannot or should not actually be really worried about the injury concern. With Saliba, I think he's remaining with one game for his international break to be done as well. And I think the one thing that Arsenal really have got this season is to keep these two guys fit. I don't know how we have done it. I don't know whether we can keep them fit for years and years and years. We have seen one season where Virgil van Dijk was injured and Liverpool absolutely crumbled. And I think what Mikel Arteta is trying to do about that is to sign these other players, the likes of Jurrien Timber, the likes of Takehiro Tomiyasu, Jakub Kiwior, players that can feed into a system that even if you do not have a William Saliba, you can have a Jurrien Timber, you can have an Ousmane Diamonde, hopefully if he signs in the summer for us, because that is another hot prospect linked with Arsenal at the moment, right? So I still think in the last 10 games, if these guys are fit, Arsenal will continue to concede less goals, and we will continue to be very, very defensively active. Now, in terms of fullbacks, Ben White for me is now a no-brainer, and this comes from me, a guy who really thought that Ben White shouldn't be playing for Arsenal. I really doubted him. I think we need to do another apology video. Damn it, guys. How many apology videos am I going to do? I've got to do an apology video for Edu. I've got to do an apology video for Mikel Arteta. And now I've got to do an apology video for Ben White as well. Anyway, if you've not seen my apology video for Kai Havertz, it's right live on Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Go check it out. I'm really, really, really ashamed with the apology videos I've got to do this campaign, but it is what it is, isn't it? Right. So with the wide areas, I think Julian Timber for me is the guy to come in there and play alongside alongside White. I still think Kivior has done well. And I also still think that Chakra Tomiyasu is such a very good talent for Arsenal. But let's go with Julian Timber and let's go with let's go with Ben White. I think Ben White inverting, fantastic, and of course Timber inverting is fantastic as well. So it means that Arsenal can invert with two players at once, but also it means that when Arsenal cannot invert with on the right hand side, we can invert on the left hand side within the same game. That is the advantage that Julian Timber gives us. Obviously, defensively, we know how quality the boy is. Now in midfield, Partey is back, Jorginho is quality, and Declan Rice is one of the best number sixes in the world. I was watching his interview with I think with the England national team, and he was saying that he has built his career as a number six, and therefore that's a position that really understands very well. And it got me thinking, should we do a video about the evolution of Declan Rice? I mean, let me know if this video gets to 300 likes. We'll do a video about the evolution of Declan Rice. That will be on Cossy's Arsenal podcast, obviously, right? So what I've decided to do here, I've gone with Declan Rice in the pivot, and I've gone with Thomas Partey in in that pivot as well. I've gone with a double pivot, and why I've gone with the double pivot is I don't think that we have so many games where we're going to have the luxury of playing a single pivot. Villa, no. Tottenham, no. Man United, not really. Man City, not really. Chelsea, I don't think so. So you look at it in this way. Arsenal have around 5 games where you're going to have to be very careful and on top of your game, right? So I think we should go with a double pivot of Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. I really like Jorginho. I like his contribution to this Arsenal side. He's been absolutely immense, and absolutely very good. But I think Declan Rice and Thomas Partey will get the job done for Arsenal during the back end of the campaign. Okay, I think we are going to play with one striker, so we can play 3 in front of the striker: Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, and Bukayo Saka. If those 3, listen to me, right? If those 3 stay fit, Arsenal have a bigger chance of winning the title. If these 3 stay fit, Arsenal have a bigger chance of winning the title. Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka, if they stay fit, Arsenal will win the title. If they keep fit and if they keep on form, Arsenal will win the title. They are the reason why we are breaking teams down like never before. So I love that. I love that trio. And obviously up top, I'm going to go with Kai. I've not gone with Gabby J. And the reason as to why I've not gone with Gabriel Jesus is, now I like him as a player, but I think you've got to deliver. Right? And that is what Kai Havertz has done. He has delivered. You've got to deliver, right? So that would be my strongest 11 right now that will win Arsenal the Premier League. 10 games, 30 points. We get around 27 points out of those 30. We are champions. How do you see? We start with Manchester City this weekend.